man. Sorry about the audio. I had to go take Nerd Dog for a walk. But I interviewed a buddy of mine over in China the other day. Matter of fact, it was about 36 hours ago. And I just kind of wanted to get his insight on what we should be expecting over the next 10 to 14 days. He had some really good information. Matter of fact, so much so I'm going to have to put this up in a couple different videos. You guys stay tuned for episode 1 of my chat with the Chinese Texan.
That's a little bit better.
Yeah, that's good. So just kind of, we're going through it right now. Everybody's wanting to be selfish and not really get out there and, they're wanting to get out there. I mean, people, like, you go to the beaches, like, people are everywhere. Like, in town, it's not really that bad, but, like, nobody really understands the ramifications of what's coming.
Yet. It's not that bad yet.
Yeah,
or it is that bad and people aren't showing symptoms yet. Give it 10 days.
Right. So what was it like being there? Like, first of all, how far away are you from Wuhan?
Like from Houston to Chicago.
What has it been like for you 2 weeks ago? Like, what was it like there, 14 days ago?
I was already back at work. We went back to work.
Go ahead.
We went back to work on February 10th. This whole thing started on January 25th. Chinese New Year ended on February 3rd. So my factory's out in a rural area. So we were able to get all of our people back and test all the temperatures. And obviously there were some people that went, because Chinese New Year, everybody goes home.
Right.
Nobody lives imagine like the whole screen is China. And I'm pointing like down here where we are, and everybody goes when Chinese New Year. So there's some people in Wuhan that were stuck there, but like 95% of our people were unaffected, came back, and we got to work a week after Chinese New Year ended. So I've been back at work since February 10th. I only stayed in my house 1 week after the Chinese New Year holiday.
So I'm guessing then it wasn't like a very saturated outbreak where you were at then.
Not at all. But my factory's in a village that's outside of a town, that's outside of a city that wasn't hit that bad.
I got you.
So imagine being in like Hampshire Finette or something.
Yeah, I got you. So like a lot of the reports and stuff that we've been getting out here is that at a certain point, I mean, they even had drones flying around, like the cities that were affected the worst, saying, "Hey, stay inside, do this, you're gonna get fined," all this type of stuff. Can you give any kind of credence to that kind of activity happening out there?
No, we had police officers and security guards walking around in masks with bullhorns that were like, "Don't go out, wear a mask," and like government warnings were just kind of being propagated out on text. Don't go out, wear a mask. There might have been a penalty for people going out, but I didn't hear of it being enforced, and I didn't experience it, obviously.
So as far as like in Wuhan and places like that were like dramatically affected, you didn't hear about any kind of crazy stuff like that with drones roaming the streets looking for people and throwing them in detention centers or anything like that?
No.
Cool.
Even if it happened, I wouldn't have heard about it anyway. But I think they were just yelling at people. I don't think, because man, China's pretty good about when they say like, "Hey, we're looking out for your safety. Do this." Everybody's like, "Okay."
Yeah.
It's not like America where you're like, "Oh, well, I'm free, so I'm gonna go to the club and turn up," or something like that.
Because that stuff is really happening.
Dude, if you follow Bun B on Instagram, he's like, I heard people going out there in the club turning up, and he's like, how serious does it have to get? Like one of your friends have to get it. Your granny has to, be hospitalized or something like that. How far does it have to go before people say, all right, let's sit tight for a minute?
Yeah, and see, so I produce this new show, and it's like we deliberately get somebody that's a conservative and somebody that's a liberal to try and get the stories going. And I mean, it's just been like, so last week I was kind of on the side of, okay, it's not that big of a deal. And then I started to see the reports from Italy and being hospitals being overrun and all these different things that, like, it was like, okay, now it makes sense. I mean, from everything that it's like, I'm going to be fine. If I get it, I'm going to be fine. And a lot of people are actually possibly thinking, because we had a really bad flu go through around December, and now the people are even saying, "Hey, we might have already gotten it." And I was like, "Yeah, I don't know about that." But the biggest thing that I'm taking from it, from everything that I've been reading about it, is that if I get it, I'm not going to be sick. But if I come in contact with an elderly person or someone with a weakened immune disease, that this is something that they haven't seen before. They don't have a cure for it, and if your immune system isn't up to par, it will kill you.
Yeah, more people spread it more. It's just like people are thinking too much of, oh, I'll be okay, and not like, do you have the decency to not contribute to the spread? Like, just be polite about it and don't be out being a vehicle for the disease. That's the
Right.
real thing. And people are also more concerned about the personal health than the infrastructure of the our medical infrastructure, because the hospitals, dude, I've already seen pictures of like nurses passed out in scrubs, like they're having to sleep in the hospital and like basically live there 24/7, because some hospitals in America are already getting rammed. And it started on the West Coast and New York. Sorry, it's backwards here. New York and the West Coast, and it's just going to work its way in, because
Yeah.
you better believe some people got off at DFW, IAH, Dallas Fort Worth, and Bush in Houston, and whatever else international airports go right up the middle there. And it just like, I mean, if you've ever seen like a diagram of how the airplanes move in America and the hubs and spokes, it's going to get Kansas City. It's just going to get like plant little seeds and everywhere. Wait 10 days.
Alright, guys, so this has been episode 1 of my chat with the Chinese Texan. I've got a lot more footage that I'm going to be posting over the next several days, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell notifications so anytime a new video comes up, you'll be one of the first ones to see it. Alright, guys, and as always, I'll see you on the other side.